Well, hello, fuckers. Happy Monday, February 16th. I'm a little under the weather, but that's okay. Hi, fuckers. Zan Zendegi Azadi, as always, Women Life Freedom. Just thought I would go live really quickly. I need to use my StreamYards, everybody. Welcome to those that are out there. Let me do this. Click here, click there. Can y'all see me? We'll put a link out there in case anyone wants to come up for a minute. Hope everyone's doing well. Oh, Seth is here. Look out. Let's give some shout outs. Hey, M Corner. Hey, Erica. Congrats on the divorce. Anyone want to talk about anything? I thought I would go live. Haven't gone live for a while. People are apparently concerned what I do with my lives and my channels. And so I thought I would go live and, why not? I'm paying for StreamYards, everyone, right? Let's play Boinging Around. There's a link out there if anyone wants to join. What have I been up to? Doing a lot of art stuff. I haven't been around much. I just got back into the country. Yes, they let me back in. I was in the UK. I went and did some stuff in London. It's been a crazy travel year. In fall, I was in Holland, Netherlands. I was in Belgium, Chicago, LA. I was just in the UK. I'm taking a month off, so maybe I will stream some more and you guys could get some maybe streams or maybe not streams so people could worry about what I do and I don't do with my life. Anyone want to ask me anything? We could play a little AMA for a minute. I've been doing art stuff. I've been doing a lot of moving, remodeling, redesigning. I promise I will share my studio that has a great view of Windsor, Ontario, Canada, which people are creeped out about, but here to troll, actually, because I just troll by existing. So Yes, Mr. B, I love talking about art. I was just in London and I got to go to the Tate Modern and holy shit, they have a Rothko room there. If anyone likes Rothko, this image that's up on the screen is kind of a reimagined Rothko. Um, but yes, I was just at the Tate Modern. I went, oh my God, that Rothko room is amazing. While I was talking about art, while I was in London, I did go to the Globe, Shakespeare's Globe, if we want to talk about literature as art. I like to talk about language art too, Mr. B. You know that. I like to talk about linguistics. Um, we had a few people come in, hide to freak, hey, Mr. B. So yeah, I've been creating art. I kind of left some art behind in London. There's a tunnel there called the Graffiti Tunnel on Leek Street. And I had some awesome images. I was going to share some of my art and some of my images, but you know, people don't respect other people's content in certain ways. Yes, parting is such sweet sorrow. Um, I don't know, Romeo and Juliet, a little overplayed, star-crossed lovers, we get it. To thine own self be true. Can anyone quote that play? To be or not to be? So I'm just staying true to myself lately. I'm suffering from jet lag really bad, so I keep odd sleeping hours. I'm asleep typically very early, rising with the sun, which is beautiful because we have longer days now. So, really just focusing on that and really getting back into my photographic art. Um, but I capture art in art, Mr. B. Um, this is actually really interesting. So I have a big problem with AI. If anyone talks about AI, I'm usually very objective. Like I object to it. Everyone knows I'm trained. I have a background degree in linguistics, so I did have to study computational linguistics. And in saying that, knowing syntax and grammar, especially for programming natural languages, you might say, or artificial languages, but getting into artificial intelligence is something that people rely too heavily on. We're already technology based as humans and really reliant on it and really believing anything that is on. Thank you. You're right. M Corner. I'll quote another one if you guys want me. There's some Shakespeare quotes. He is my favorite Arthur on this planet. Anyone have any Arthur's authors? I don't know. I don't want to talk much about literature art today, but yeah, AI, I don't I'm not fascinated by it. I don't use it. At work, we do have to use it. And I look at the human computer aspect of relationships and how important that is in society and how devolved we've become because of computers and technology. And, you know, using the example of, let's say, YouTube land, and people hide behind screen and act in certain ways, and which is not necessarily civilized, right? We wouldn't do, not we, but I mean, I definitely wouldn't do three-quarter of the shit that people do on YouTube in front of my family. And then when it comes to certain things that people hide behind and they think they could get away with, law is law, unlawful is unlawful. And, in some cases, um, law and order. does take place and law catches up. And, at least we have people out there that are willing to own up and fess up and do their time, do the crime, and not hide, and not take accountability. And, you know, part of that computer facade or interface is certain people have that toughness. And I really don't like the effects of technology, especially people relying on AI to write things for them or to ask them what to do, or how they should feel. For me, go read some books. I look at certain movies. You know, this is why I didn't want to get into literature, but it's like, is life imitating art or is art imitating life? Go read Dostoevsky or, Carl Sagan, you know. Um, but anyways, part of that in all reality is vulnerability. Um, and y'all humans will make yourself more vulnerable or susceptible to technology and letting it run your life. And I'm going to give you a little reminder, of this is art that I took photography of. And let's do this. Sorry, Mr. B. If you think technology can solve your problems, you don't understand technology and you don't understand your problems. Yes, James Vanderbeek, may he rest in peace. Given this planet, Dawson's Creek, which I did not watch, but I know a lot of people love, adored, and admired him, and heart out to his family, right? And then we have things like cancer. Let's use technology to solve problems like cancer, not like make problems on YouTube. But yeah, AI and art is interesting, especially when it comes to music. We could talk about audio art another day. I did put a poll about that a few months back, and people were more interested in art within the audio realm as opposed to visual. But I think, depending, right? This is, should we quote Shakespeare again? All the world is stage, and we are just merely players or actors, right? This is a stage. This is art. This is not real life, or is it? I'm in YouTube land. Is this a reality? Right? I I try not to make technology my reality, but AI and art is a very interesting intersection. People have more issues with it when it comes to music. Um, you know, to me, art is about feeling, expression, being vulnerable, showing yourself, emoting. And that's what technology lacks. Was it iRobot, right? We think that these machines might have some kind of capacity to feel things for us, so we don't have to feel them, and that's strange. This was a shot in Brussels, Belgium. I'm just sharing some of my art, photographic art with you. What else do I have in terms of art? Oh, I have this. That's me. I'm a performer. I'm an artist. I'm not ashamed. I'm not shy. I get on stage. I take opportunity. I do things. I live life, real life. Um, I share things. I choose not to share things, but then you have weirdos go look for your websites and post things, which is kind of creepy. But like, I'm not ashamed of it if that's what people are thinking they can do, is shame me with my own things I've accomplished and done in life, which is more than half the fuckers in here. But, yeah, art. I made some art in London. I left some behind. I don't have it uploaded. I did I had a piece of the Tate Modern Gallery, believe it or not. Um, I did leave some work behind in the graffiti tunnel in London. Um, and everyone is a scammer. I am what I am. You are what you are. I don't think everyone is a scammer. Okay, let me see. Do you think there are any negative sides to art? For example, one time people thought that there was an art insulting people example. Yeah, so this is the thing, right? So there's an art to everything, but you have to be tactile in how you maneuver and use that art. And art is multimedia, right? It could be performative, it could be interpretive, it could be my favorite conceptual art is my favorite. It could be experimental. Go look up the word experiential, everyone. I'll type it in here. We'll learn some new words today while we're at it. So we'll get into a little language arts a little bit because I am a linguist. So it's hard not to base things based on language. I hopefully spell that right. So yeah, I think there's an art to everything, but you have to be tactile in how you use it, right? And these people who also use their art to share, I'm going to say their political commentary or their feelings or, how they want to validate their citizenship or not in this country because you have your First Amendment right. We have within our Bill of Rights and all of that fun stuff, the Constitution, whatever you YouTube constitutional nerds, type it in there. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And in saying that, like I have the freedom to express myself, right? Part of that is speech. So yes, there is art in speech, absolutely, and how you portray it and how you use it. But also that idea of right? Being able to use yourself to express yourself in art. And art is actually a political thing. Art started politically when these people back, except for, we're not going to talk about Sanskrit or cuneiform or, looking at the early writings, which were uh, whatever it was, hieroglyphics or whatever that text was that was captured as an artifact back then. Um, they used images. And, you could use images as anything to communicate as a sign. The power in language and how things are used is it has duplicity, right? It could be art. It isn't art. That's why it's called language art. It's called literature art. Literature has the word art in it. But for me, looking at, yeah, you have to use words however you want. It's art. As an artist, people can choose to discuss politics. Again, that's what art started as. It was like, oh, the rich people would hire the artist to paint them and paint religious figures, right? Because aristocratic. Sorry, my brain with three different languages. They did noble paintings. That's what politics were. Politics were religion and money. And that's why when people, I think, have issue with those who comment on art, and politics and the objective nature of why they do what they do. I think it's a little asinine, but hey, you have your freedom of speech too. You can express yourself however you want. But those people are making a statement, you're talking about it, and they're making money. Um, and I think, yeah, work could be used as art. And these artists who go up and share their speeches, whether they write them or have other people write them. Did Winston Churchill have people write his speeches? Most of these people who interface in society that have some kind of famous stature, might have people write them. So it's not even their own voice most of the time, right? They'll tell other people, like, I don't understand how people could have ghostwriters. Well, I could because people don't like to write and they must have money, but your voice is the most unique and the most powerful thing you have. And that's why I also like artists in any form, multimedia, whether it's music or who written, drawing, whatever. You have the chutzpah, you have, you know, the capability to do it and you're not afraid to do it, which most people don't even do it, and they bitch about other people who do things that they don't do. I've said it before, it's a very vulnerable thing. It's a very humble thing to share art with people. I actually do it all the time. That's what my channel is. Every image I've shared on here is my image. You know, I have my content, right? It's curated the way I want, whether it's a picture. Most of these images I've taken, they're my art, right? And remembering how art works, especially in the legal aspect, is once I create something or capture something, it's mine, it's copywritten. And this is the one thing that just kills me about how people take advantage and use platforms and technology to bother and harass, especially real artists, and take their shit. Because I have a lot of friend artists who have had their shit taken, right? Even though it's copywritten, they don't want to hassle. But also that a lot of people aren't informed about art, about how you're able to use your stuff, not only to send a message, to rock the airwaves, to make people uncomfortable, like graffiti. Graffiti, street art, it's displaced. That's what I love about it. It's making you stop, look something that's not supposed to be there. Someone went to a certain extent to make sure it was seen. The history of street art graffiti, I'm not gonna sit here and be an art historian. I didn't go to art school. I didn't study that, right? This is just my plain obsession and my passion for art that I've had for 30 years. And that it's a privilege for me to have. I'm lucky to have a passion, especially I grew up in Los Angeles where the arts were so supported. That's where you have Hollywood. People wanna express themselves. People can. It's a it's a dog eat dog world, and that's why for those artists and musicians and, performers that actually make it, like, good for you. Whip-de-doo. You went and found my artistic shit. Like, I did it, So, for those people, like, don't let people hold you back. They have an opinion. They only have an opinion because you made them have one, right? If I didn't express myself or wasn't vulnerable or wasn't my real self, people wouldn't care as much about me and my personal life and what I do. And I share that. I'm honest. I've never not come on here and been like, "Oh, I don't sing." Yeah, I do shit. I don't do AI shit. I don't compose music or write music that's written by computers. Everything I play is or do, I've written. So those songs are written by me. Congratulations, you found songs that were written by me. I'm a multimedia artist. Desperate enough to go find my name, you're not gonna find much. And the reason why I say that is because artists have nom de plumes, right? They have stage names, they have artist names, and that's the one thing I've told you guys. I said, "Oh, here's a thing of art. Guess which one is my street art? You fuckers couldn't still figure it out then? You still can't figure out my street name, and you guys were wanting me to tell you my street name, which like you think I'm dumb enough to incriminate myself. First of all, I don't do anything criminal, so, but my name on the streets is what my peers know me by, and you're not on the streets because you would never be able to hang with me on the streets because y'all are rats, right? You guys know anagrams, art, A-R-T, anagram rat. So with that, congrats, you rats and artists, party arty artists out there, any artists? Keep on keeping on. Um, for those who actually do satire as art on this platform, good for you. And for those of you who are able to laugh at things, thank you. I I always tell my friends, as long as I make you laugh, that's all that matters. So cheers to you. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. You're cool. Fuck you, fuck you. Till next time, everyone. Don't forget, as always, girls to the front. Um, make art great across the universe. And so long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, goodbye, fuckers. As always, Zan Zendegi Azadi, women, life, freedom, free Iran, for my people, my country, my land. My heart weeps for you. Blood is on everyone's hands. Congratulations, America. And with that, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. And by the way, stay tuned for my great art projects coming up once I get in my studio. Love you. Fuck you. Bye. Free Iran.